Hi, it's Nishi here, and in today's video, what I want to talk about is the importance of dealing with imperfection in your business. So, someone once said to me, "Don't miss out on the opportunity to be great because you're trying to be perfect," and that's what I want to cover today. So when you started your business, the chances are you're probably doing everything yourself, and you probably took a lot of pride in it, and you probably got it to a point. Every single activity you did, you got it to a point where it was just right, and you kept doing that, and the standard of your work would have been absolutely excellent. So what would then have happened is at some point you would have started bringing on staff, and you would have started outsourcing stuff to suppliers, and what would have happened is your standards would have dropped slightly, not in a way that was noticeable to your customers, but the chances are that the way you did something, when you passed it on to a member of a team, they wouldn't have done it in the same way. There'll be instances where they actually do it better than you, by the way. So I'm not assuming by passing something on to a member of the team, won't be as good as if you did it. But what I'm saying is, at the very least, it would be different from the way you did it. And where a lot of business owners go wrong is when a member of the team does something and they achieve an objective and they to get something dealt with for the business. Many business owners out there, they still jump in and provide corrections, even though what was achieved was uh, still very effective for the business. And it's a form of micromanagement. But what it actually does is by jumping in and providing those corrections to that member of the team, it does a few things. Firstly, it lets that team member know that they are consistently being supervised, which then takes the obviously you always want a team to be supervised, but there's ways to do that through review processes. You don't have to have an active level of supervision on every single task. But what it does is if a team member believes they're being actively supervised, then their standards are going to naturally drop anyway. So you want to make it clear that they are absolutely responsible for delivering on that particular task. The other thing it does is it actually reduces their motivation, because they might have really pushed themselves to achieve that objective for the business in their way. They may even have innovated and used their initiative. And then when you jump in and then correct it all anyway, then next time they're just going to think, what's the point? So that's another reason why actually stepping in and changing things that your team does, if they are correct, but they're just not perfect the way you would have done it, that's another problem. And really, the other third issue with it is you are then using up your valuable time you should have been spending on growing the business, and you're then micromanaging it. So you're then looking inside the business instead of looking out. So that's going to hold back the growth of your business in quite a few ways. So what I want to say is, you something can be right even if it's not perfect, and it can even be better than the way you would have done it, and you might still consider it not to be perfect. So if you really want to start growing your business, what you've got to do is then start stepping away and saying, okay, look, we've got values and standards in the business. What I'm looking at when a team member does a particular task is not whether they've done it exactly how I would have done it. What I'm looking at is the way they did that task. Is it aligned with the culture, values, and standards of the business? That's what you're really looking at. So once you make that mindset set shift, and instead of looking at specifics, look at how the performance of your team members aligned to your overall values and objectives, then that's when you'll really make amazing progress in your business. What I'd like to do is just offer you a free strategy session. So if you actually want to talk about how to build your team up and automate a lot more of the work in your business and get the processes in place so your business runs without you, then we're the experts at doing that. So use the link on in the corner of this video, naccounting.co.uk, or message me, and we will book that in. Okay, have a great day.